together, and I'm saying amen.
All right, much appreciated, Coach, as we welcome all of you to our exclusive coverage of the National Football League on EA Sports. Just a short time ago, smoke from the pyrotechnics filled the dome as the Colts made their way out of the locker room. We're set for football as the Colts get set to match up with Derek Carr and the Oakland Raiders. 3-0 versus 0-3. Will current form hold? We'll find out as we're off in Week 4. Now the first carry for Doug Martin. And not the start he was hoping for there, as he'll maybe get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. And give the tackle to Anthony Walker.
Quick observation, Brandon, because early on in this game, I'm seeing linebackers playing with their noses close to the line of scrimmage.
And my guess is the wheels are turning on that other sideline. As a play caller, you're filing that away right now, aren't you?
Yeah, you're trying to find that opportunity later on when you can play action them or stick something to them between the second and the third level.
Looking to throw on second down. Carr. Oh, a battle for it here, and this will be caught. That one, a gain of 20 and a first down. First 9 seasons in the league for Brown were, of course, in Pittsburgh. Last year, though, growing concerns of his dissatisfaction in his role with the Steelers and the quibbles with Ben Roethlisberger. So he ends up being traded to the Raiders in March. 7-time Pro Bowler, 6 straight years of at least 1,200 yards and 8 touchdowns. Not a bad stretch. Rush coming, and he's taken down. He probably feels like he cannot get a break. He was sacked 7 times last week. And here we go again in the first quarter.
And we always talk about the internal clock of a quarterback in the pocket and how he has to have a real keen sense of it in order to get rid of the football. After being sacked 7 times last week, that clock has been sped up.
Throwing on second and long. Carr. And Austin Seferian-Jenkins has it. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on third. From midfield, here's Carr. And he finds Seferian-Jenkins. And they'll get him to the ground. He has another first down at the Colts' 38-yard line.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start getting the playmakers involved. Mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. Shotgun now for Carr. Oh, and this ball's tipped and intercepted. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will score. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Make it back-to-back weeks now with a pick 6 for him. He had one a week ago.
Talk about being in the groove, and what are the odds of what we're seeing right here? You don't see it happen very often. Listen, if you get a pick 6 in a season, it's been a big year, let alone back-to-back weeks. Tell you this, I wouldn't play cards against this guy in the locker room.
And that'll be accepted, of course, and that moves him back 5. So that'll back him up 5. Now Adam Vinatieri for the point after. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. This will be taken very short. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this drive. And I think into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Malik Hooker. And the return stops at the 39-yard line. He's at it again, Charles. He had the pick 6 last week. Not a pick 6 here, but an interception.
That's another Oski, because that's the word we use when we intercept a pass. Oski tells your team to rally around and block for you. Well, that worked really well last week because he made it all the way to the end zone. This week he got the Oski, maybe not a touchdown, but boy, he's playing really well.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Check right 54. Monday. Let's get off the field, D. Reggie. Jim. Back. Under 10.
This is Marlon Mack, 3rd-year running back. Give him 3 on 1st down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
From the 36, Luck. It's caught by Funchess. A gain there of 21 yards. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing, playing against a good quarterback like he is, to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
Got it complete to Rodgers. And here he'll get it down to the 7. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion.
At the 7-yard line. Protein spill.
Here's the second-year back out of NC State, Nyheim Hines. And he'll be stopped just outside the 5 at the 6. Give him a yard on the run there, and that's going to set up a 3rd down and 2.
It's a gain of a yard. Brings up 3rd down and 2. Close.
3rd and 2, Luck. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Paris Campbell, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Early on, they have all facets of the game working in tandem.
Yeah, you give the defensive touchdown early, give you the first score, and then your offense piggybacks on top of that and gets their own. And any coach we've ever talked to, we've had that conversation with them prior to the game, they always say, if we can score on defense or special teams, that gives us like a 95% chance of winning the game. I don't know if that number's correct, but it certainly does tend to play out that way, doesn't it?
It does.
Let's go. Do it. At their own 25-yard line.
The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And job one here, Charles, just keep possession of the football. 2 drives, 2 turnovers to this point.
You're exactly right, Doctor. Hippocratic oath.
Blitz coming, and down he goes.
Brandon, if I'm an offensive coordinator and I see an all-out rush like that, I file it away because I'm going to use their aggressiveness against them as this game goes on. I'm going to hit them with a screen soon.
Got to assume this defense will be charging again here. It's 2nd and 15. Throwing now is Carr. And here's another interception, the 3rd of this first quarter. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And that interception sets them up beautifully already in the red zone.
And you can hear it all the way up here. Oski, everyone turned to block, find a spot, and now they're set up inside the red zone for their offense.
Check out. 96. All day, just like that. Just
After the interception, it's Luck. And it's caught. And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Eric Ebron, his 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. Vinatieri able to tack on the PAT. And that pushes the lead up to an even 20. And here's Vinatieri now to kick it away after the touchdown. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are. I don't think that there's any way you can run back out there and go, totally didn't affect me. Let's just go ahead and be loose with the football again. You're going to take care of it, but you have to be careful about being too cautious because now you can't run any offense at all.
Still want to attack. We'll see how they attack them here. Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a 2nd and 5. Now Carr. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 45. We haven't even escaped the first half, and he's already thrown 4 picks.
And Brandon, back in the good old days, probably back before you were born, if your starter threw 4 in the first half, he might throw 8 or more for the game because they weren't going to pull him out. But nowadays, the patience level isn't quite there. He's going to have to make some real adjustments, or the backup may see some time.
Now the pass finding its way into the hands of Eric Ebron. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A good pickup there at 22. They'll run on first down with Marlon Mack. And brought down, but not before they get it inside the 10 to the 7. A solid pickup of 12 yards, and now they're knocking on the door. This defense porous so far in this first quarter. They face another 1st and goal. Second quarter now from Indianapolis with the homestanding Colts in possession as they go to work on a 1st and goal.
Watch the twist. Watch the twist.
X3.
Throwing his line. And they're going to get him. They bring him down to the sack back at the 16-yard line. Nick Perry came in there hard on the blitz and got him down 9 yards behind the line of scrimmage. That ball caught by Funchess. Touchdown, Indianapolis. That's 3 touchdown passes now for Andrew Luck. And the Colts, they add on to their advantage. And, partner, they found a gap there on the post pattern, and it was in the middle third of the field.
And that's really difficult to do because ordinarily the safeties are back there to prevent that happening. But they found the opening and exploited it.
So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This one taken just inside the 10. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. They're sort of seeing themselves spiral out of control. Let's see if they can get things back on track.
And this is where the coach is walking that line of being calm and really being firm with his team. I had one tell me once, when we were having a tough patch, this too shall pass, this too shall pass. And finally we kept having a rough patch. He said, but you got to do something to make it pass. And that's what they have to do. They've got to get some control back, get themselves reasserted, and calm things down.
See if they can get calm and reassert themselves here. And now a throw on first down there, but it's incomplete. Now Carr, after the incomplete pass, brings him up 2nd and 10.
29. 58 for Mike. Here we go. 58.
To throw again. Carr. And now here's another interception. Picked off by Kenny Moore. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line. The Colts come to the line, ready to start their next drive.
54. I got one. 54. Go ahead. 54 is Mike. Check. Watch 54. Watch 54. Check. Watch safety green.
Play clock down to 0, and this is not the way to start a drive. He didn't seem in a rush. I guess they just didn't know where the play clock was.
I think you're right about that because there was no hurried movements there, right? No up-tempo at all. Clock just ran out. I think he was as surprised as maybe his bench was.
The delay of game backs him up 5, 1st and 15.
Let's go.
12. Check 49. 12. Hey, seam 6.
Check. Check 50. Check 50. You go tight. Let's go, Mexico. You got tight right there.
A shotgun snap for Locke. It's complete here to T.Y. Hilton. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. 16 yards to pick up there. The Colts have a first down. Luck going to bring him up 1st and 10. And he's completed all 7 of his passes thus far.
Hey, check 24. Watch 24. Check 9. Strong right. Slam. Me. I got him. I got motion man. Me.
From the gun, here's Locke. He'll let this go for the end zone. And that is caught. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Harris Campbell with his 2nd touchdown of the game, 4th of the year, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. He's having a nice little first half here, partner.
And it's a first half that leaves us anticipating what can still come. I mean, 2 touchdowns already here through the 2nd quarter. There could be plenty more before this game is over.
That's fielded in the end zone. And all that work, but he stopped where he ultimately would have been had he simply taken a knee, and that's the 25-yard line. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. And they've sort of lost their way, partner. How do they recalibrate and get this proverbial train back on track?
Well, this is where leadership really comes into play. How's the head coach handling it? The offensive coordinator? Sometimes they just make a joke. All right, guys, you had your fun? All right.
Throw it out the window.
Yeah, let's get back on track here. And sometimes that'll work just fine.
I guess it's time now to lean on that leadership. Now a toss left side into the hands of his tight end. The catch and run, good for 18 and a first down. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10.
Check 3.
Now it's Martin. He'll get about 4 here, down to the 43-yard line.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable 2nd down, a very solid gain on that play.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Check.
Carr now to throw. That's incomplete. Nearly another pick. My goodness. I hate to sound really negative, but at this point, an incomplete pass, almost a moral victory that it's not picked off.
Well, you may hate to sound negative, but that was negative.
It was very negative, I know, but all these first-half interceptions, it's been tough to watch.
Yeah, couldn't find a silver lining.
And he will not get away from the pressure here. Carr taken down. Jabal Sheard wreaking the defensive havoc.
I'm starting to feel for that quarterback back there. I mean, you know me. Normally, don't have a lot of empathy for the QB, right? In this case, definitely. He's been on constant duress this entire game. I don't know how he's surviving back there.
And to think, there's still a long way to go in this football game. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Matthias Farley. What a nightmarish game he's having now. 6 interceptions that he has thrown.
Absolutely unbelievable, isn't it? Hard to believe we're watching this and have seen it, but it just tells you about the game of football. It giveth and it taketh away.
Yeah, the guys, though, that have thrown 6 interceptions in a game, the likes of Peyton Manning, Brett Favre, I think Joe Namath, he did it 3 times. Looking deep for Hilton. Going for Hilton, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Morris Claiborne. And this one will be returned to right around the 38-yard line. Unfortunately for him, if last week was any indication, we knew a pick was coming at some point. Last week it was interception after interception, and here we go again.
We actually quit counting last week at a certain point because I thought I was going to run out of fingers, all right, because I'm not all that skilled as a mathematician. But you're right. It felt like a matter of time, and you got to think the guys on defense, they couldn't wait for this opportunity after what they saw on tape.
The pickup goes for 16 and a Raider first down.
First down, Raiders.
Right after the turnover, they come out throwing.
And that means it's a sudden change situation. We used to practice it on defense. Sudden change, get out there, stop.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Justin Houston in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run. Second quarter action with 1:59 remaining. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, those big defensive linemen will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Now, meanwhile, here's a 2nd down throw that's knocked away and incomplete. The intended target, the tight end, Austin Seferian-Jenkins. But now it's 3rd down. After an incomplete pass on 2nd down, that'll leave him trying to convert on 3rd and 9. Now Carr. And that will be incomplete. More problems here on 3rd down. They've converted only once so far in this first half.
And you know as well as I do in this league, if you don't win on 3rd down, it makes it hard to win a ball game, because then you're relying on your defense, you're relying on your special teams. You've got to get it done with your offensive unit.
And no move to pull Carr and the offense off. They're going to go on 4th down. They'll go for it. It's Carr. And now here's another interception. Quincy Wilson with the INT. And he will take this all the way up past the 40-yard line. And that gives him now 3 interceptions in the game.
Well, someone's locked into what they're trying to get done in the passing game. When was the last time we had someone get 3 in a contest?
2011, wasn't it? Kurt Coleman.
Oh, yeah,
then with the Eagles.
That's right. Then with the Eagles, and I believe it's against Washington and Rex Grossman.
That's correct. He'll get a nice chunk there on the 1st down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Here's Matt. And he'll be taken down at the 44-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts, as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half.
First and 10 at the 44-yard line.
Check out. 6-3. 11Z. You think you gonna get this? You think you gonna get this? Hey, Delta. 56 is Mike. 56 is the Mike. Hey, watch that.
On 1st and 10, Locke. And he's going to go down. They sack him back at the 42. Now the Colts going to burn the 2nd of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now then, after the sack, it'll be interesting to see what they have planned for 2nd and 23.
Slam, slam, slam.
Here's Locke. That'll be caught by Rodgers. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for 3rd down.
17 yards on the play. It's now 3rd down.
Throwing on 3rd down, Locke. He wants it all for the end zone. And he's got his target. It's caught for a Colts touchdown. Harris Campbell, as the first half is winding down, as his guys continue to pour it on.
heard a coach talk about those late-in-the-half scores, especially ones that give your team a pretty decent cushion. He said those could be the ones that can finish off a squad if you let them.
Yeah, they've got the cushion. This half has been theirs. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The Raider offense set to get this drive started. We're under 20 seconds to go in the half. I'm guessing the wise play here is be safe.
That is the wise.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's sacked by the DN, Danico Autry. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long. So we've reached halftime here in what is quickly turning into quite a rout. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach. All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. Second half ready to get underway. The Colts with a lead, and they will receive the football. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he'll get across the 20 before he's brought down at about the 23-yard line. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. They built a good first-half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the second half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the second half.
See how they handle any adjustments. And that's caught inside the 30. There he goes left side. Touchdown, Indianapolis.
Okay, 30,000 in the pocket, no change. Okay, I might pass the ball, but this is no game. Okay, all my girls, they love and hate me the same. Okay, so when I die, I ain't gonna be from old age. Somebody gonna want revenge, somebody might want it now. Right pocket got euros, left pocket got pound. Somebody might want it now. Throw the ball with the right hand, catch with the left, touchdown. Step back, let me get some room. Congrats every time I'm through. See packing, nobody knew, so I never get confused. Hotel gotta wait in room. Read a magazine while you wait for me, baby. I'll be done so soon. Phone gotta be off, each store got locks. I got some trust issues. Okay, 10K on the countertop, don't look so shocked. It's nothing new. Okay, death comes in threes. Wins come in twos. Cash comes in ones. Throw it up, celebrate.